ABC 7 business commentator Richard Stern joins us now. We're starting the new week with nothing but down arrows, Richard.
Scott, unfortunately, you're exactly right. It was a down day in many ways, certainly emotionally as well. When the New York Stock Exchange opened for business this morning at 9:30, there you see it, a moment of silence on the trading floor for, of course, the tragedy in Orlando over the weekend, and certainly people in New York, people everywhere affected by it, as you can see, and maybe even had some effect in the reason we were down on Wall Street. There you see we were down on Wall Street not from beginning to end. We were up a little bit. 28 points to the upside was the high of the day, but there you see the Dow closed with a loss of almost 133 points, 0.75%. Closing at 17,732.48. That on volume of 697 million shares. The NASDAQ was the biggest loser of the day, down almost a full percentage point, closing at 4,848.44. That on volume of 1,537 million shares. The S&P, a clean sweep, down 17 points, 0.8%, closing at 2,079.06. Well, it was not a down day if you happen to own shares of LinkedIn. LinkedIn received an unbelievable takeover offer from no less than Microsoft, a deal worth $26.2 billion. That's with a B. $196 a share. That's a 50% premium over where the stock closed on Friday. Need I say the stock closed up today by 47% at $192. LinkedIn will continue to operate as they have. They will still have the same CEO. That person will report directly to Microsoft's CEO. And shares of LinkedIn, believe it or not, so far this year had been down by 42%, down. Well, today it was up by 47%, can make their investors feel pretty darn good pretty fast. So quite a day for takeovers in the technology space, no question about that.
And speaking of that, news on Twitter.
News on Twitter. Well, if it can happen to LinkedIn, a lot of people think it can happen to Twitter. Shares of Twitter were up all day in a down market, and people are speculating that no less than Google might be interested in Twitter. Not saying it'll happen, not saying it won't, but that's the reason the stock was up today in a down market.
Thank you, Richard.
When Google calls, you listen.
Yeah, you do.
All right. Thank you, Richard.
You're welcome.